Hello everyone. I know I haven't been able to do as much as what I had planned, but I've been giving you something to read just for a while. Not enough a direct presentation, history of Pokemon was streamed, article was posted online type 15 means why Pokemon Ultra Sun Ultra will be terrible. For sake of argument that would try something different. And infatuate your leeches points. And now is the time to get angry, that comes later. While we often counterpoints reason more suggested than others, so here we go. 15, running on Sun and Moon's engine. As a game franchise grows, each installment should have improvements over the last one. The first is a big graphical upgrade. Hey, look at most big franchises here where over over time. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon don't have this benefit. Instead, the games look the same similar because they're running off the same engine. This first point brought up, I feel like the authors only said graphical limitations work. Won't be the last time I mention this, but this seems to also put down the hard work that Game Freak has put in this series since Transition 3 began in 2006. On top of that, the arguments make a lot of sense without becoming more similar essence over a period of time before new tools are implemented. This is a highly subjective viewpoint. I submit the Sun and Moon will be staying for some time, being potential has to be used in other mainline games interesting. Number 14, still on 3DS. Now that the Switch is a thing, it would be entirely possible how Gorgeous was keep the class experience alive, but for some reason, Game decided to make Ultra Sun and Moon on 3DS. As this console already going as Switch was launched, because a bit of clients are coming out on it. This is kinda right, but mostly wrong. Game Freak is developing for the Switch, but the company has only fairly easily hired people to work on the architectural console. On top of that, the Switch has only shipped about 5 million units worldwide, compared to the 3DS officially passing 66 million worldwide. So it's not all perplexing, and developers has all the based until all kinks are worked out. Won't be the last time I address this point of the hiatus, so keep that in mind. Number 13, no new Pokémon. There are several problems with Game Freak releasing hand version main games, one that would be no new Pokémon. Wrong. In the presentation, Junichi Masuda, a figure who has been a key player since the beginning, outright says it will be Pokemon not present in PS versions of Generation 7. Then, the author does admit that while Marsha and the Ultra Beast will play a role in the game, the claim is also made the games are enhanced versions rather than direct sequels set in the same personal universe. The director will come again in this list, since there will be more statements suggesting the author wasn't paying too much attention to it. Number 12, an interesting story. Very seldom does Game Freak create interesting stories of Pokemon series. However, Sun and Moon proves had in them. This game finds something interesting we could also invest in, refreshing change of pace. Unfortunately, trying the same range will only make it more difficult than for a unique story. Game Freak announced Ultra Sun will have history in place, but it may not be good. Again, a very subjective assumption to make. Not only is a claim itself a point of contention, it's also a rather bad idea to say it's under faulty no evidence. Even though the author expressed interest in continuing the Ultra Beast plot, it's immediately dismissed as wishful thinking. Would have been interesting to see a speculation about them rather than continuing to denigrate games around coming out in November for another 11 bullet points. Number 11, not enough new content. There could very well be a painful lack of new content. There's no strong evidence for or against this claim, so we're just going to move on to the next point. Number 10, won't bring over Sun and Moon players. Based on what we've seen, these styles are going to function very similarly to Sun and Moon. As an owner of Sun, I'm not simply convinced I need these games. That's a subjective statement at best. While people have mixed feelings toward the news, most people I talk to still interested in the spin-offs, sequels. Main entries tend to be the biggest draw in the generation. It's also want to play all that can distinguish between needs and wants. Hence, therefore, even though I may not need these games, you bet your bond dollars that I want to get my pre-orders paid off by November. I may be on vacation, but I do like to put my English major good use all the same. Number 9, roaming legendaries. One of the easiest ways to bring legendary Pokemon past games to the Roman region. That's interesting, considering this idea has its own entry on the series page describing mechanic on TV tropes. Most people I talked to haven't really missed it either, and it's more common that I've had legendaries given as event DLC instead. Barring any more memes online and fodder VG catch awkward zombie, I don't see roaming legendaries making a comeback anytime soon as the Virtual Console releases Gold and Silver. Only new forms. Ever since Pokemon Platinum, gameplay has gotten the habit of just finding enhanced versions of our main games to create new form legendary Pokemon in question. Giratina went through it, Cure went through it, and Ground and Kyogre went through it. As you go down the list, it seems that Solgaleo and Lunala will be the guinea pigs. Yet again, this go either way. Hey, the author seems rational for not being a legit Pokemon that these and do not excite people, when in fact, many people are interested in from Solgaleo and Lunala. Number 7. No partner Pokemon. While this has yet to be confirmed or denied, I strongly believe that Game will not permit a partner mechanic from Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Although initial plans include Sun and Moon, a revelation will be held thanks to some data miners, so it seems to have left out due to hardware restrictions. Partially correct, as some of the walking animations can be viewed on YouTube. However, the writer not only seems to answer their own question about the matter, but also find the idea that people would hate a pair of unreleased games as a true future to be absurd. It's like complaining about the Wasn't Party chatting all the time. Number 6. Doesn't hint about the future. Rather than quote the author like I had before, I would simply state that the gut reaction at the time it was posted was proven false by Nintendo's E3 console a week later. By announcement soon it caused Ishihara another individual peak probably since the beginning. The Nintendo Switch entry is, again, in development, and we can expect to see it in some capacity in 2018. Again, I somehow don't see a series that sold over 200 million copies collectively as not boding well. Number 5. Defy expectations negatively. Again, I'll forego any more quotes from the author in favor of stating that the reaction has been mixed, not right negative. The author also suggests that going from a Switch to the 3DS will greatly hurt sales. Which doesn't make sense when the Switch has only been on the market for 5 months and has only seen a fraction of the install base with the 3DS about 6 years. And it's also been confirmed that the 3DS will be supported past 2018, carrying a portable Twitch on DS and a Game Boy line. Something to think about when celebrates its 30th anniversary in 2019. Number 4, holiday release. Now we're really getting into some juicy stuff. The author suggests a holiday release pattern will harm the games, when such a process never really hurt them at all. The claim was also meant to also be competing with the game in November, though this was written before E3 will be released on October 27th. Still, I find it odd that two of Nintendo's biggest names will be competing despite being released on different platforms in different genres. Even with the date being shared with other highly anticipated releases such as 2017 vs. Star Wars Battlefront 2 and the film Justice League, I highly doubt this will harm sales in any way. Remember, there's a 1 year to the day that Seniors came out, and Black Friday and Cyber Monday following week. So this release problem won't be a problem at all. Heck, my closest game, Civil War, may always make sure to have enough copies to go around. It's not even going to end up people who will pre-order the game comfort of their own home. I'll definitely be doing the Wonder Trade thing again to celebrate. Not sure I'll breed yet, but I'll see. Number 3, marketing for kids. Here is something that really rustles a few jimmies. I mentioned earlier all that didn't seem to be paying much attention to it, despite based on an article on it. They seem to be under the impression that Game was alienating its older families for targeting children. While the series has always been targeting children, I'm once again going to play Dark Ride's advocate and suggest the opposite could also be true. Unlike other Nintendo franchises such as Super Mario Bros. And Zelda, the Pokémon series has seen increasing knowledge towards old fans as well as pure new generation fans. To this day, I'm among folks that grew up with the original Stones episode New Trio and also next generation kids playing Pokeballs in public. It's really not all that different than how other multimedia franchises such as Star Wars or Marvel Cinematic Universe have tried everyone from 8 to 80 to everyone in between. Just because a series is marketed to children doesn't mean it can be profitable from other demographics besides them, I'm just saying. Number 2, Radiant Sun and Moon hype. This is basically not all that different from how marketing works in a nutshell. The public has a taste something they like, they obviously want to want more. The video game industry in particular does this all the time. This also marks most of other big series like Mortal Kombat and Kirby, but that's not important right now. Number 1, nothing new. Now we arrive at the cherry on top of this Sunday of how not to write about video games. The author goes a hackneyed while comparing the games to series such as Assassin's Creed Call of Duty. Last I checked, Game Freak didn't develop games like that. Not with Pokemon, not with other IPs such as Quincy/Mental Palace, Pulseman, Harmony Knights, Tembo, even Pocket Card Jockey. Admittedly, I'm not a big fan of Assassin's Creed, and I might be interested in Battle Bowser Higgs' approach in the new game, COD, but that's not important right now. What is important is that I believe it's not only tired, but it's also factually inaccurate. Game Freak shouldn't throw the history out the door because of this article. Rather, they should embrace it, so I should embrace my fandom of it. I just thought I would get this off my chest. I mean, I know that the term fake news may get tossed around a lot these days, but I still believe that facts and knowledge are the best weapons I have against ignorance and accurate information. I intend to keep using them. Right now, I'm going to keep playing Hey the Next Global Mission while I wait for these games, and that'll be all for now. See you, Space Cowboy.